Hello guys, I am here with a video right at the end of the day. As you can see, the lighting's really funky in the background because it's like 4:15 in the afternoon. I was going to film this video a lot earlier, and that's story for, well, actually I'll probably touch on it in my pregnancy update video, which will be up on Friday. So if you're curious to know why my plans went askew today, then make sure you watch that one. But this video is going to be all about my weaning story with Jack and how I weaned him. Sounds really weird. I don't like that word wean. I don't know why. I just made it weird for everyone, didn't I? Anyway, let's carry on. So for Jack, he very recently weaned completely off formula. He's on big boy food and he is on cow's milk. I don't like saying we weaned him onto cow's milk because that wasn't a substitute for the formula. It was just something we added into his diet. He's just weaned onto solids, you know. So I'm going to talk about that, but it's kind of a two-part story because I weaned him from breast milk to formula at 6 months or 5.5 months, and then I weaned him now onto solids. So I'm going to touch on how I did that. Hopefully it won't be too long. I don't think it'll be too long. So let me start at the beginning. So I made the consecutive decision to wean Jack from breast milk to formula when he was about 5 months old. I was really struggling with supply. Neither of us were enjoying feeding time anymore. It was just every time it was a battle. It was so stressful, and I just decided it was time to wean. And so that's what we did. And I did it one feeding per week. So I did that for two reasons. One is that if Jack's tummy was sensitive to formula, then I wasn't like going complete cold turkey. So his system wasn't going to be overwhelmed by something new. We were just doing it one feeding at a time, so he was used to it, and I could pick up on any signs that he might be having allergies or sensitivities or whatever. He was absolutely fine. But that's what I did for that reason. I did it for Jack. And I also did it for me so that I didn't get too engorged, which reduces the likelihood of getting clogged ducts and mastitis, which I have had mastitis before, and it's absolutely horrible. So I did not want to experience that again. So that's what I did it for that reason. And it went really, really well. I think he was only like nursing 4 or 5 times a day at that point, and I don't think he was nursing overnight anymore. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. So yeah, so I just did that, and he was very happy on formula. We were both so much happier when he was on formula, and it went a lot better. He started putting on weight again because his weight gain had slowed down around that time, which is what alerted me to, well, that wasn't the only thing that alerted me to low supply, but it was one of the things that I was like, yeah, maybe my supply is tanking a bit. So that was that weaning stage. And then we got to, I think, about 10.5 months. And I was thinking ahead to when I was going to wean him. My plan was always to wean him at around 12 months, give or take, you know, a few weeks. And so I was thinking ahead. Well, he was already showing a lot less interest in his late afternoon bottle. And so that was the first one that I dropped. And I dropped that at, I think it was almost 11 months. So I dropped that, and I just replaced it with water in a sippy cup and a snack. And I had been giving him a sippy cup, a straw sippy cup, from 6 months when we were giving him solids. And so he was used to drinking out of it, and he did absolutely fine. The next one I dropped about a week later was his mid-morning bottle, I believe. And I can't remember. I'm trying to remember now. I think I just did water for that one as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did water for that one as well. So he had water and a snack mid-morning, and then water and a snack mid-afternoon. The next one I dropped, again a week later, was his morning bottle. And instead, well, what I actually did before I dropped it like completely and switched it to cow's milk, I actually just put formula into a straw sippy cup. And because it took him a little while to drink that out of the straw sippy cup, because it was just different from a bottle. But he got really good at that. And then when we were closer to a year, I switched that to cow's milk, and he did absolutely fine with it. I didn't want to switch him too quickly to cow's milk just in case he had sensitivity, because there is a history of dairy sensitivity in my side of the family, and so I wanted to just be a bit careful about that. But he was absolutely fine. And then recently, he's just turned 13 months, like 3 or 4 days ago, and I think it's about a week ago now, yeah, it's a week ago exactly now that I weaned him from his nighttime bottle. He did not need that bottle, and the only reason I was still there were two reasons I was still giving it to him. One was that I was using up the rest of the formula because that stuff is expensive. Like, yeah, I'm not going to just let it go to waste. So he was drinking up the last bit of that, and also it was our snuggle time. He got so snuggly, he was sweet, he was soft and clean and freshly bathed, and I loved that time, and so I didn't want to give that up. But in saying that, now we just read a book together, and he's totally fine about that, and he didn't even bat an eyelid when I dropped that bottle. I was the one who was like, my baby's growing up, he's not having any more bottles, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and what we did was I just replaced that with a sippy of cow's milk straight after dinner. So he has his dinner, and then he sits down with either Shane or myself, and he drinks his sippy full of cow's milk, and he really enjoys that. So that is how I weaned Jack. It wasn't overly complicated, but there's not much information out there about weaning. There's tons of information about breastfeeding and formula feeding and blah, 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 and how you get started, but there's actually not much about the end times and like how you finish that process. So I just thought I'd put this out there in case anyone's wondering, how did you do it? I'm glad now to have a break from washing bottles until this next baby comes. I mean, I don't know if I'll formula feed the next baby, or if it'll be exclusive breastfeeding. We're just going to play that by ear and see how it goes. But yeah, it's nice to have a break from scrubbing the bottles and sterilizing bottles and things like that. So, and Jack is happy as Larry. It is so much easier traveling around without having to pack like half the pantry, and he loves the snacks. And I did find, for any of you mums who are stressing about your babies not eating enough solids, as soon as I weaned him from formula, his solid intake stepped up dramatically, and he started loving food. So just bear that in mind. Sometimes it's just that there's no more room for anything in there, and before a year of age, their milk or formula should be their primary source of nutrition. So try not to stress about it like I did. Even though I said I wasn't going to, I still ended up stressing a bit. But yeah, that's how we ended up doing the weaning process. Like I said, it was pretty seamless. And yeah, if you've got any questions for me, I'll try and answer them for you. I feel like I covered most of it there. I just did it a week at a time so that his body had time to get used to it, and emotionally he had time to, it was never really a super emotional thing for him. He just ate for the sake of eating. It wasn't really a comfort thing. So yeah, that's how that went. I'll stop rambling. If you liked this video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And if you would like to hear more from me, if you'd like to watch my pregnancy updates and other videos that I put up, I'm trying to upload Monday and Friday to the best of my ability. Then go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you here. We're getting close to 100 subscribers. That's making me excited. I didn't think it would happen this fast. Yay! So I'm really glad to have you watching. Leave me a comment below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, I am here with my 13-week update. I'm actually filming this a little bit early, just like I did one of the updates. I'm 13 weeks tomorrow, but we are going away for the weekend tomorrow, and so I needed to get this filmed now. And I'm hoping that my SD card doesn't fill up like it did when I was filming a little while ago, because that'll be a pain. Anyway, 13 weeks. Hopefully this won't be too long, because